now the wind starts coming this way. But first thought to kind of unbox is America, at this current point, is America worth dying for? And I know in the title it's probably going to be, is America worth fighting for? But I'm seriously like going on the mindset of dying for. Like, think about it in the aspect of, if war were to break out and you were drafted and you had to defend, America, you were forced to do it, do you think it would have been worth fighting for? And what I mean by it is, like, my basically going off of it is how ugly America is. I'm not talking about the cities. I'm not talking about national parks or parks like this. Like, these are obviously beautiful, but you can't really live in them all the time because you can't build here. Of course, there's rules. But I've recently brought back the idea that America is just crazy, just stupidly ugly. And basically where this came from was, I had to get my tire fixed at Walmart. Basically, I ran over a nail, $20 to get it out, get it patched up, easy job. But of course, you're going to have to it's going to be 1 to 2 hours before you get your car back. So either wander around the Walmart or wander around the stores surrounding the Walmart. And after, and you can only spend so much time in Walmart because of course, it's not really beautiful in and of itself. If you walk in Walmart, it's pretty much, they're all the same design. You walk into Walmart, you've seen them all. They're all designed a certain way for efficiency. And that's kind of like the same thing with most places like Costco, Sam's Club. They all look the same. When you walk in, not much to see there. You wouldn't go there to be like, wow, look at this Walmart. It's beautiful. So you walk out. I walk out and I'm looking for a place to just sit down and actually fix or write up my scripts or something like that. And I'm like, okay, well, there's a Starbucks over there. It's like all the stores are the same exact stores. They're all the same exact stores. You've got your Starbucks, the Chili's, or the, what's the other one? Applebee's. It's all the same. And then there's maybe 1 or 2 mom and pop stores that have been approved in that area. So it's the same everywhere. And that's one of the things I'm trying to get at here with the ugliness of mainly the suburbs, is that it's like a copy. It's just a huge copy and paste fest. I remember when I went from my hometown state, I'm going to keep it out for right now, just maybe that one guy can figure out where I am by just looking at the damn grass behind me. But I remember going from my state all the way to Arizona and expecting completely different architecture, or a completely different way of living. Like, oh my God, this is going to be really cool. It's in the desert and such, right? And then when I got there, I was like, this is just my hometown copy and pasted in Arizona. I was disappointed. I was so disappointed to see the same thing replaced or just posted in another spot. It just kind of drove me nuts, just seeing that same architectural look, the Walmart, the Applebee's. It's it's the same thing. It's nothing completely different. So how does that all go back to the idea of fighting or dying for America? It's maybe it's just me, but I guess I would want to die or fight for something beautiful. I've been to places like Amsterdam. Amsterdam is just stunning. It's so beautiful. It's dude, if there was a way to trade my passport in, you could just trade your passport in like a trading card, but you only could do it once or twice, I'd probably go straight to the Netherlands and say, hey, make me Dutch immediately. Because I'm looking at the way that they designed the place. It's so easy to walk around. The buildings are scaled to the human. You ever when you walk around the suburbs and you walk around those areas where the Stroads are at, and it's just it's not designed for humans. It's designed for you to just get in your car and stay in your car. There's no walking around, because there's no sidewalks in the freaking parking lots. The only sidewalk you're gonna get is in the front of the store. It's ugly. It's so freaking ugly. places like Amsterdam, Tokyo, Madrid, Spain, beautiful places, absolutely stunning. Those are places, those are things that I'm like, you know, if I had to fight for something, if I had to go on the front lines, like, yeah, that's something to fight for. I don't know if I would want to fight for something like the suburbs. And that's where most people in America live. You don't live in the city. The city's too expensive. You don't live out in the national parks because you want to live by your friends and family. Everyone lives in the suburbs, and the suburbs is it's like an expansive liminal space. You've seen the photos. You've seen the photos where it just looks like a repeating over and over and over. And going a little bit further into that, like dying for, it's like maybe this is a little bit morbid. Maybe this is a little bit of a morbid thought, but it's like, think about it in World War II, where certain parts of European cities were just completely wiped out, or places were just completely destroyed. And then when they built it back, it was like, holy crap, it still looks really nice. And it's just like, you would think that if that happened to America, and I'm not saying I wish that upon it or anything like that. I'm not like one of those people who wishes America will, you know, the D word to America. I'm not even sure how YouTube will take that. But if the entirety of like a suburban area was just completely wiped out, or just like it's Minecraft, you just started with a clean plane, I would hope that if that did happen, we would build something that we'd walk outside and say, wow, this is beautiful. This is something I'm willing to fight for. Because at this current point, minusing the other things that are going on in America, at this current point, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think I would want to fight for the current look of this country, I suppose. That's my first thought. Let me know if you disagree, you don't like it, you completely like, you know, this is like open thoughts here. I'm saying my things that I'm sticking in my head, whether they're wrong or right. You tell me, let me know in the comments, of course. Comments, likes, dislikes, whatever. Cheers.